Welcome to the deep dive. Today, we're looking into a bit of a paradox, really, in the fitness world.
Mm.
Why does this huge industry, built on energy and rhythm, often use advertising music that's just kind of bland, forgettable?
Yeah, it often feels like just filler, doesn't it?
Exactly. And our sources, particularly one academic review on music and advertising, they confirm this. Most fitness ad music, just generic background noise.
Right.
So our mission today isn't about finding music we like, it's about digging into the psychology. How can sound become this really powerful, intentional trigger for behavior?
That's the crucial part. We're trying to find a shortcut, almost.
A shortcut? How so?
Well, think about it. People don't usually sign up for a gym membership or buy a fitness plan by,
Yeah.
Carefully weighing a list of pros and cons.
Like, 24/7 access, check. New treadmills, check.
Exactly. That logical list isn't the real driver. People join because of a feeling.
Oh, okay.
And music is like a direct hotline to that fast, instinctive part of the brain that makes those feeling-based decisions.
The system one brain, right? That gut instinct.
Precisely. That's what we're tapping into.
Okay, so let's unhack that hotline. The research mentions music does, what, 3 specific psychological things in an ad?
Yeah, basically 3 main jobs. First, and most immediate, it creates an emotional state right off the bat.
An instant mood setter.
Yep. Second, it actually influences how easily or fluently your brain processes the ad's message.
Okay, processing.
And third, it helps tag the brand in your memory, makes it stick long term.
And you mentioned something fascinating there, how the feeling actually sticks to the brand itself.
Absolutely. This hinges on something called affective congruity. It's just a fancy way of saying the music needs to match the feeling of the visuals.
Makes sense.
So imagine you've got this powerful, maybe slightly struggling, but ultimately triumphant music playing.
Yeah.
And the visual is someone finally hitting their personal best lift. That match, that congruity, it creates this almost explosive effect.
Yeah.
The feeling generated by the music that struggle, that triumph, it transfers directly onto the brand. The brand suddenly feels inspiring or determined or whatever the music conveyed.
So the brand owns the emotion because the music and visuals lined up. It's using that affect heuristic thing.
Exactly right. If the music makes you feel inspired, you subconsciously think the brand is inspiring.
Okay, so if the feeling sticks, choosing the right feeling is critical. Let's talk practical levers. Tempo seems like the obvious one. What if the goal is immediate action? Like a flash sale, click now, that kind of urgency.
Right. For urgency, you want to crank up the tempo. We're talking high tempo tracks, generally in the 120 to 140 beats per minute range.
Fast, like a workout track.
Yeah, and often with a strong driving beat. That speed and rhythm actually create a slight physical agitation in the listener, a restlessness.
Which makes you want to do something to resolve it.
Exactly. It pushes you towards taking that quick action.
Okay, so contrast that. What if you're not going for urgency? Maybe you need to build feelings of safety or trust, say for like a physical rehab service, or maybe targeting people who are a bit more cautious.
Then you do the opposite. You slow right down. Think calmer, maybe warmer instrumental pieces, around 80 to 100 BPM.
Slower, more reflective.
Yeah, promoting comfort, consideration, trust. But, regardless of the specific tempo you pick, the real psychological win, especially now with social media feeds flying by, is achieving processing fluency.
Processing fluency. Tell me more.
This is super important. It means making sure everything lines up rhythmically. Your visuals, any text that appears on screen, and the music, they should all share the same underlying tempo, the same beat.
Ah, so the cuts, the text appearing, it all lands on the beat of the music.
Precisely. When that happens, the brain processes the entire message with much less mental effort. It just flows.
And less effort feels better.
It feels much better. That ease makes the whole ad feel more pleasant, more persuasive, and crucially, it helps it stick. Even if someone only glances at it for like 3 seconds.
That effortless feeling then leads us to the long game, right? Memory. You said music acts as an emotional tag.
Mm-hmm.
So we need a unique sound signature. This sounds like the audio logo idea, like a little sonic cue.
Exactly. A short, distinct sound. Could be anything relevant, really. A stylized clang of a barbell, maybe a specific whoosh of water for swimming, even a synchronized breath sound. Something unique to your brand.
And that builds trust over time.
Definitely. Consistent use taps into the mere exposure effect. Basically, the more you hear it, the more familiar and trustworthy it feels. We just naturally like things we're familiar with.
And there was another principle, encoding.
Encoding specificity.
Yeah.
This means if that unique sound is always paired with your brand, eventually just hearing the sound itself can trigger the recall of the brand.
Wow, so you hear the sound maybe even before you see the logo and you already know who it is.
That's the power of it. Brand recall purely through sound.
Okay, so let's bring this home for the listener. What's the big takeaway here? If you're involved in fitness marketing, how should you approach music?
Well, first off, stop picking music just because it sounds cool or because you personally like the track.
Start with the goal.
Yes. Start with the specific outcome you want. Do you need them to click the link? Feel safe booking a consultation? Get hyped to sign up now? The desired action dictates the emotional direction.
And you mentioned the mute test earlier. That seems important too.
Well, absolutely crucial, especially for platforms where sound might be off initially, like social feeds. Your ad still needs to make visual sense.
The cuts, the movement on screen.
It should all visually mirror the intended beat and rhythm of the music you chose, even if the sound is off. That way, the processing fluency still has a chance.
Got it.
Look, at the end of the day, in a really crowded market like fitness, listing features, people forget those almost instantly.
But they remember how you made them feel.
Exactly. A feeling is unique. It sticks. So, the final question for you listening is this. Is the music in your advertising just filling dead air? Or is it strategically, intentionally filling the memory and emotional landscape of your audience?
That's the real difference maker.
That's the path from just being heard to actually getting chosen, turning listeners into loyal members.